Hello student, welcome back to another video of St. Michael's Academy e-learning class. I am Sriram teaching you economics of class 10th. My dear student, we are studying chapter number 2, sectors of the Indian economy. And in this very video session, I am going to teach you this sectors as organized and unorganized sector. So previously earlier we have seen the sectors of the Indian economy categorized into three groups, that is primary, secondary and tertiary sector. This classification is done on the basis of production. Now here the sector is classified on the basis of employment, on the basis of rules and regulations. The economic activities is categorized into two groups, that is organized and unorganized sector. So let's see. Let us examine another way of classifying activities in the economy. This looks at the way people are employed. What are their conditions of work? Are there any rules and regulations that are followed as regards their employment? So here we are having an example of Kanta. She works in an office. She gets a salary at the end of the month. She get benefits like she gets her salary regularly. In addition to the salary, she also gets provident fund. She also gets medical and other allowances. Kanta does not go to office on Sundays. This is a paid holiday. So when she joined work, she was given an appointment letter stating all the terms and conditions of work. So basically Kanta works in organized sector where she enjoys the facilities like having the terms and conditions of her employment. On the other hand, we are another example of Kamal. Kamal is Kanta's neighbor. He is a daily wage laborer in a nearby grocery shop. He goes to the shop at 7:30 in the morning and works till 8 p.m. evening. He gets no other allowances apart from his wages. He is not paid for the days he does not work. He has therefore no leave or paid holidays, nor was he given any formal letter saying that he has been appointed or employed in the shop. He can be asked to leave anytime by his employer. So we are having the two example, one of Kanta and another of Kamal. So in the first context, that is of Kanta, it is an example of organized sector. On the other hand, the Kamal working in unorganized sector. So do you see the differences in the conditions of work better between Kanta and Kamal? Yes. Kanta works in the organized sector. Organized sector covers those enterprises or places of work where the terms of employment are regular and therefore people have assured work. So in organized sector, you can say that organized sector, the sector which is registered with the government, is called an organized sector. In this sector, people get assured work and the employment terms are fixed and regular. A number of acts apply to the enterprises, schools and hospitals covered under the organized sector. The sector is regulated by the government. There are some benefits provided to the employees of organized sector, like they get the advantage of job security. Added benefits are provided like various allowances and perquisites. They get a fixed monthly payment, working hours and hike on salary at regular intervals. So these are the benefits of the workers working in the organized sector. Now here we are having the unorganized sector. In contrast, Kamal works in the unorganized sector. So unorganized sector, the sector which is not registered with the government and whose terms of employment are not fixed and regular is considered as unorganized sector. वैसे सेक्टर जो कि गवर्नमेंट से रजिस्टर्ड नहीं होते हैं और जहाँ पे जो टर्म्स ऑफ एम्प्लॉयमेंट है वो भी फिक्स नहीं होते हैं और रेगुलर नहीं होते हैं. इन दिस सेक्टर no government rules and regulations are followed. Entry to such sector is quite easy as it does not require any affiliation or registration. The government does not regulate the unorganized sector and hence taxes are not levied. This sector includes those small size enterprise workshop where there are low skill and unproductive employment. The working hours of workers are not fixed in unorganized sector. Moreover, sometimes they have to work on holidays and even on Sundays. They get daily wages for their work, which is comparatively less than the pay prescribed by the government. So this is an unorganized sector. Now the question arises, how to protect workers in the unorganized sector. The organized sector offers jobs that are the most sought after. The workers in the organized sector need protection on the following issues, that is wages, safety and health. Wages. They are made to work more than stipulated hours a day without being paid overtime. They get no other allowances apart from their daily wages. Jobs are low paid. There is no job security. They can be asked to leave the job anytime without any reason. Safety. They are generally engaged in many hazardous industries like glass, bricks, cements, mining and crackers industries where the risk is maximum. Now, on the health basis, due to low wages, they are unable to have nutritious food and their health status is very poor. Due to their inhuman working and living condition, they remain unhealthy. So these are the points where the workers in the unorganized sector need to be protection. For this, government should take initiative like small scale enterprises, loans should be granted to them so that they can continue. Support and protection to unorganized sector are essential for social justice and economic development. Okay student, I hope आज का वीडियो आपको समझ में आया होगा. So that's all for today. If you are having any problem, you can ask in the comment section. Okay, till then, have a good day.